We'll be right back. Hello and welcome to WrestleDraft, the pre-Thanksgiving WrestleDraft. I am a lead Ed Fries, and I'm joined by the one and only Chris Parrish. Parrish, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing all right, doing all right. I am excited for another episode of WrestleDraft.
Yeah, going to be a good one. We had a good one last week.
Yeah,
Bischoff is properly in the third spot, so things are good.
yeah, and we've got 4 weeks now to book tonight as we head
Yeah.
into Extreme Rules. So we'll say hello to Bobby Stats in the chat. Hello, Mr. Bobby Stats. And while you go ahead and take care of the chat, I'm going to go ahead and get this show started.
Sounds good. And Bobby coming in said hi, hoping to probably gain his crown as the YouTube champion in tomorrow's Ring Respect Radio's What the Fuck Do We Know About Wrestling Trivia Night as it returns tomorrow.
He's not the only one.
I have unfortunate news for you, Bobby. My personal plans got canceled, so I will be there tomorrow.
It's fine. I'll be there as well.
Awesome. As we want to probably give a little shout out to everyone. I know we got some extra people in here, and I'm going to assume that was Mike the Ref rating us. Can't really see it.
Thank you, Mike the Ref. I was just saying, I don't have the back end of the Twitch anymore after the debacle that was taking over last night. So hopefully
that was fun.
If you are the raters from Mike the Ref, go ahead and say hello. Tell us what you thought of AEW Dynamite. I didn't get to watch it this week. Hopefully there's a little bit less blood drinking than there was at Full Gear.
Well, I know it's actually not Mike the Ref because this stream is going on. So I was mistaken. Looks like we're just doing our job. And,
we're just doing our job, bringing in the views.
Thank you, everyone. As Bobby Stats is coming in, I liked the episode of NXT yesterday. And
NXT last night was pretty good. It wasn't anything to write home about. It wasn't anything fantastic. The ratings didn't come out so hot. I'm a little upset about the ratings, but it's a holiday week. People are busy. People are getting stuff done. 622 is not a bad number. It's not a good number. But they did it without any advertised main roster talent. It was only advertised NXT talent. So, you know what? I'll take it.
The exception of Alpha Academy and Chad Gable.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I keep forgetting that Alpha Academy's main roster. Like, I look at them and I just think NXT because they've all been here, done that. They're all...
Except for Dominic Mysterio, who's just in War Games.
Wasn't advertised though.
No, but I mean, we all know that he's going to be in NXT because he only holds it.
Yeah, no. But I mean, him being on the show was a surprise last night, as opposed to an advertised thing.
To be fair, it's WWE. It's all the same company, and hey, if it just helps the development of the newer talent, then I'm all for it. I don't really care who all comes on NXT as long as the show's good and the stars are tomorrow are looking like they could be the stars of today.
Now, you know what I'm going to do? Because I have some feuds going on and I want to get a little bit further with this, I am adding 4 weeks to Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner, and I'm going to add 2 weeks to Trish Stratus to go ahead and because they were going to leave me because I couldn't pay them what they wanted. I'm going to use my cards to try to keep them just a little bit longer.
All right. Bobby Video coming in, and I'm predicting Lexis King could have a match next week for Iron Survivor qualifying match, and Carmelo Hayes calls him to lose the match. What do you think about that? Because we did see Lexis King cost Carmelo Hayes the match. I am going to say one thing, and it's actually a knock on Carmelo Hayes. When that interference happened, just punch the guy. The kick looked a little weird.
I agree. The kick did look a little weird. That being said, I don't think we're going to see Lexis King in an Iron Survivor matchup. I think, like I said last night on the show, I think next week's male Iron Survivor match is likely Eddie Thorpe versus Braun Breaker. And then I think, like I said last night, again, recycling some opinions, but for people who didn't see, I think that the week of the show, we're going to get the 4 guys who didn't win their matches are going to have a fatal 4-way. I think the 4 men and the 4 women who don't win their weekly matchups are going to have a fatal 4-way, and I think that's where Carmelo Hayes gets in this match. I think Carmelo will be the 5th man.
And also, I know we're about 10 and a half minutes in, and some of you are probably wondering, hey, our local staff.
Oh, we've lost his Paris for now. Oh, there it is. Paris is having technical difficulties, but we are here, and so I'm just trying to book my show. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for a main event. Oh, yeah, Paris is back.
Yeah, my webcam is flat out being weird right now. But yeah, if you see any differences on outside of the webcam, it's because for the first time WrestleDraft is on Facebook today, trying a little something new. Here as Killer Cuts earlier today, first ever live edition of that with Astrid and Bobby Munson. They happen to also be on the Facebook. So yeah, if by chance you want to go over to Facebook, hit like for our local establishment, as you can do that as well.
Yeah, it's very nice. Go ahead and give us a like. Give us a like on Facebook too, or on YouTube if you're there.
And hit that thumbs up. Make sure you like this and subscribe if you feel lucky. It's all good. We appreciate it all.
Baby.
So you're running a fatal 4-way, aren't you?
I am indeed. That's not gonna work. It's one too many baby faces. Charlotte Flair, 2 weeks, 5 weeks, babyface, heel. There we go.
We have Chris Best coming in, say good evening, gentlemen, and good evening to you too. As I announced on my Twitter earlier today, or my X account, whatever you want to call it, I am going to be doing a live watch along of Survivor Series War Games this Saturday, and Chris Best will be joining me. And if you would like to join me, just send me a little message. Anyone and everyone is allowed.
It sounds
Mike,
like
this time we say thank you for the raid.
We were just a little premature in thanking Mike for the raid. That's all. We just wanted to make sure.
When you're excited, it happens.
Oh, it does. It does.
To be fair, we did not think we were good at our job, so we.
And last night proved it. Last night proved that we weren't good at our job.
That's exactly right. That's what she said for sure. But what Bobby Petito has said, your guys' thoughts on Alexander Hammerstone being with the World Titan Federation. Well, if you wanted my live reaction, you can go back and watch the live watch along with MLW Fight Land with Chris Best, myself, and Bobby Munson. We were generally shocked. And we didn't need Adam Cole. We didn't need Kyle O'Reilly. We didn't need Bobby Fish. And we sure didn't need Roderick Strong, because our system was shocked, just like the world of MLW.
All right. I'm taking a chance here. I'm putting Akira Tozawa in a world championship match with 10 popularity, John the Fisherman.
Ooh.
My roster's a touch on the hurt side this week after the big show we did last week. So
you don't say.
They need to recover just a little bit. But I do want to start a rivalry there. But that's fine. I can do this. Make this my main event.
Now, despite your roster being thin, you're still not putting MVP in a match.
I had MVP in a couple matches and had to keep pulling them out because I kept trying to put them against heels. There we go. That'll work. Ray wants to cut a promo so he can do charity. I need to start a feud between Scott Steiner and Rey Mysterio. I need.
Now, I'm just saying, you could have done a promo on both, and you could have reasoned that feud.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna take my chances. I got 5 weeks with Steiner. I'm gonna take my chances on just playing it slow.
You're gonna do the Steiner math on this one, aren't you?
Maybe. I don't really want to do Steiner math. It's always a dangerous idea.
Well, I mean,
all right. Is there anything I need to do? I still need to book tables matches. I need to do charity promos. I got another one coming. And I need to book triple threats. Can this be a triple threat? Yeah. If I do this, and I take you out, I put you in, and I do a run in there. That does what I needed to do. Women's title is going to be defended in a tables match. And
just to give everybody a little heads up, but this Friday, right following SmackDown, Ed and I return for paper previews as we do the official Our Local Establishment preview show for Survivor Series War Games. So make sure you want and check that out around the same time as tonight's show. So look forward to it.
We're gonna book in your Thanksgiving. You start your Thanksgiving holiday with us playing WrestleDraft. You can end it after SmackDown with us going ahead and talking about what's going to happen to Survivor Series. And guess what? I have a pick on that show that I think is going to confuse people, but I wholeheartedly believe in that pick. And I'm going to go out on a limb. But I have a pick I think that's going to be a big game changer in the world of WWE.
Well, Alexa Bliss is telling me that I may not realize this, but she's a master on the mic, and she wants to mark. She
doesn't even call you Parrish. She calls you Chris.
I mean, we are on first name basis.
You did call her Alexa, so.
Yeah, I say, hey, Alexa. No.
Oh, everybody just got mad at you for doing that.
I always find it funny when that works. Finn Balor says, look, Seth has been handing me nothing but losses. Isn't there something else on the roster you can match me up against for a change? Sure. I can do that, Finn.
All right, here we go. You got your shakeup.
Money might be too big to take down.
But can you risk that much stamina for the rest of the next 10 shows?
So I'm taking the one that actually can get me money.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do some logistics.
Chris Best does say, luckily for me, I have a Google Nest. Okay, Google. Oh, we've lost Chris Parrish's microphone. We've lost Chris Parrish's webcam, unfortunately, but it'll be all right. Chris will fix that. But yeah, no, as Bobby was, Mr. Mike the Ref, if you're still here, I know you're getting your video ready for the YouTubes. What did you think of AEW Dynamite this week? Tell us what happened. What's the big things that happened? I know that Luchasaurus has a new name. I'm sure Nick Wayne does too. And based on what I saw for Luchasaurus' new name, all I want to know is if Nick Wayne's new name is Engage, because I think that'd be funny. The AEW G1 started. Oh, yes, the Continental Classic, I believe it's called.
Yes.
I would like to say, though, that I was entirely correct that Jay White is the biggest loser on the planet when he got a guy sent to the hospital and still couldn't get him down for the 1, 2, 3. Jay White, biggest loser in the world. That's all there is to it.
And I got the text messages from you. I know how heartbroken you were over that.
I sent no messages. I had a nice big chuckle the next morning when I read that Jay White couldn't beat a man who got sent to the hospital. I thought that was incredible booking. I mean, not for Jay White, but for me personally, it was incredible booking. Chris Best does say that the Nest responded, and then it says it is now giving me info on Luchasaurus. Well, that's good, Chris. You need to know how to information on the Mr. Luchasaurus. Mike the Ref says White looked good tonight. He'll be fine. No, he won't. He's vastly overrated. And now they got better Jay White with Ospreay coming in once he finishes up his dates with New Japan. Having Will Ospreay there, they'll have better Jay White, so they won't even need Jay White. Bobby Bushido comes in and says, "What if Kiana James wrestles against Kalani Jordan next week for the Iron Survivor match?" It's a good chance. I think Kalani is going to be wrestling against, I forget who I suggested last night, but I do know that I have Kiana losing that match. I have a feeling that Kiana, like Carmelo, is going to get screwed by outside interference because she interfered with Roxanne. So I have a feeling it's going to be turnabout as fair play. And then I think Kiana will potentially get in that fifth spot. But I do like the idea of not having Roxanne in the match. I don't think they need to have Roxanne in this match. I would, however, say that I don't think Lash Legend going in was the best option for that. Mike the Ref jumps in and says the rest of the show is actually pretty good. The second half of the show, we were discussing advertising campaigns for AEW's newest sponsor, Woo Energy. Woo! Yeah, Ric Flair and AEW. And AEW has said it from the beginning. They're an alternative to WWE. We just didn't understand that the alternative was going to be the same thing, just on a different channel. We thought when they said alternative that they were going to be different. But, they did say they were an alternative, and sometimes alternatives aren't much different than the original. So, but no, Woo Energy, yeah, great. It'll keep men in their 70s up for at least 2 hours before they need to have the defibrillator.
Yeah, my nice little one is Woo Energy. It'll give you 16 times the energy, but won't shut the fuck up about his daughter. I thought that was funny.
That's a very good one. I like that.
Actually, the best one was Woo Energy when Beaver Buzz meets Bang.
Anyways, how's your show
two
looking?
Terrible energy drinks, by the way.
They are indeed. They are. Well, I mean, Bang isn't that bad. I've had Bang. It's not the worst.
It's not the best.
When you're thinking about energy drinks, there's only really one alternative, and that's Rogue Energy.
It's just so simple.
And you can go ahead and go to Rogue Energy. And Parrish, I'm gonna ban you for a minute. So hold on.
Why? You don't have to put up anything.
It's a little.
It's on their thing.
It has the website though.
Yeah, but it has our promo code. Yeah.
You're good. You're good to go. If you go to rogueenergy.com or you get their new app, you can go ahead and get 10% off your order by using the promo code OLEPods. Remember, they're going to have Black Friday deals coming up in the near future, so make sure you go ahead and check it out. They just released they're getting ready to release a new flavor this week, if I remember correctly. I've been checking my emails.
They just did the snow one. Yeah.
Oh, did the snow one actually come out? Okay.
The snow came out, and strawberry kiwi, and I'm trying to remember which other one are now again in stock. So they're good to go moving forward now.
They are indeed good to go. Parrish is going to get mad at me for 2 seconds as I was changing the screen. Chris Best does say, I love me some Rogue. Yes, Rogue Energy is the energy drink of choice here at our local establishment. It's not the drink of choice at our local establishment, but it is the energy drink of choice. Because as we all know, well, most of our local establishment is made up of Canadians, so the drink of choice is obviously beer.
Well, I mean, I'm actually going to do this. So I'm going to do that, but then Rock, you're going to get your feud going.
Ooh, who's The Rock calling out? Oh, he's going to call out Brutus. They still haven't finished.
Yeah. Okay, now, do I have any good little power cards that I could play? Well,
Yeah, the Red Flame. Me, the Red Flame.
no, Ed, don't say I don't do anything for you.
Much appreciated.
No.
I appreciate being sent to the moon. And speaking of Cameron Grimes, he will be on NXT this upcoming Tuesday in a fatal four-way match to Wesley to try to go ahead and get an opportunity at Dominic Mysterio. Bobby Tito saying, Will Ospreay got announced for the New Japan Battle in the Valley for January 13th? Yeah. So here's the thing about Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay has dates left with New Japan, probably to the end of the year, probably into January. But I won't be surprised to see him continue to work throughout New Japan, here, there, and everywhere, especially when they have U.S. shows as part of AEW. One of the great things about being part of AEW is that they have that working relationship with New Japan. What does everybody think about the Young Bucks going ahead and filing some trademarks today for KTB Wrestling, I believe it was. KTB Wrestling. Chris Best says his contract with New Japan finishes up in February. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. I assume he won't be doing much after Wrestle Kingdom anyways. I have a feeling they'll kind of just let him kind of do his thing after that. In a fall count.
I was going to say, after that match, I'd assume he would do his goodbye speech, and that would probably be it. I think that would be the right way to go out.
Well, I mean, like Bobby says, he's going to be on the U.S. show, Battle in the Valley, on the 13th. But I think that'll be his goodbye to the Japanese crowd. I think he'll do a last couple shows there, and they'll let him kind of do his little walk away, probably at Wrestle Kingdom. Fatal four-way match for Falls Count Anywhere. I got this feud between Donna Matrix and Kerry Rush going, but I found that with the Our Local Enhancement talent, you got to kind of tweak it a little bit. You got to give some popular superstars in there to kind of help raise their popularity, because they were both in the 10s when I got them, and they're now up to the 50s. We got a 4-star match here with a new rivalry between Bayley and Stratton, and we got a rivalry increase between Donna Matrix and Kerry Rush. So that worked perfectly.
And Chris Best is saying, yeah, it'll... Oh, there we go. He's like, yeah, it'll be the same. It'd be more likely the same of how Gallows, Anderson, and AJ Styles and Nakamura left.
See, I think it'll be different because their contracts all ended in January, as opposed to, as you guys were saying, with his contract ending in February. I think it'll be similar to, but I wouldn't assume that Wrestle Kingdom will definitely be their last show, his last show. I just think it's the best way to do it. He goes out on his back at Wrestle Kingdom, and then kind of gets to be able to come to the States and get acclimated. We got AJ Styles, speaking of the phenomenal one, taking on Tyler Bate and MVP, hoping to start a rivalry here. Not sure with who, but we'll see what happens. And AJ Styles gets the win. 3-star match, no rivalry. That's unfortunate. Scott Steiner calls out and has an excellent promo calling out Rey Mysterio. Fantastic. John the Fish Herman taking on Akira Tozawa for the NXT Championship. Oh, I was hoping for John. John did not win. Akira Tozawa, 2-star match. That's fine. I just needed something to do. Shayna Baszler gets me $19,000 for no popularity loss on this advertising promo. Yes! Good job, Shayna. And the women open the show. The women main event the show for the NXT Women's Championship. Hello, Astrid. We have Trish Stratus taking on Billy Slugger, Charlotte Flair, and Ivy Nile. We go ahead and simulate this one out, and we got Ivy Nile, the new NXT Women's Champion, having a rivalry with Charlotte Flair. Perfect. Fantastic. 4-star match as well. Means I'll have a good fan base.
All right. In my opening contest, I have Nikita Lyons going up against Io Sky in a Falls Count Anywhere one-on-one match. I'm going to simulate that one up. An amazing 4-star match. And Io.
Shocker. Shocker. Parrish has injured yet another superstar.
Oh, you're one to talk? Who did you have to book last show?
You know what? I booked everybody. Like I didn't book the best show this week because
I was hoping my rivalry was going to finish.
Well, you only finish rivalries on non-pay-per-views by doing a submission match.
Yeah. Nice little flash promo there by my good old friend Alexa, who got me 3,000 fans. I appreciate. Got Finn against Bray, hoping to get out of his trouble. No, he still loses. Loses to the Eater of Worlds. Starts a rivalry, though, in a 3-star match with Bray Wyatt. We got The Rock calling out Mr. Creed there, making that a level 4. I can ride this one to the pay-per-view now.
Mm-hmm.
As we got Brutus and Julius going up against the Usos in a tag team tables match here. And the Usos pick up the dub in a good match. As that Carolina Reaper gets me $4,000. I appreciate that. And in the main event, we have a Hell in a Cell match because the boss wanted one. We got Becky Lynch against Rhea Ripley in the championship match. Simulate that up. And we have Becky Lynch retaining the title in a classic match as the rivalry grows to a level 3.
There you go. 4.5 stars. Ooh.
Yeah.
Big things. And of course, Mr. Eric Bischoff doing his thing. So, Eric Bischoff had a 4-star, 2-star, 3.5 star, 4.5 star. Let's see. He lost Zoe Stark for 2 weeks. All right. Things are going good. Let's see what we got here. No big notes for me. 35,000 fans, $228,000. All right, there we go. Got some money. Not too shabby. I'll take it. I've got enough of a lead that I'm not going to coast, but as long as I can do roughly what you guys do and not give up too much ground week on week, I'll be okay. 42,000 fans for you, so you gain about 7,000 on me. You gain $235,000.
It's a good week. I will take it.
Just so you know, Creed and Creed are an incredible tag team.
Shut the front door.
The Creed and Creed are an incredible tag team.
I mean, the credence on that statement. As Bobby Vadino says, I like the match you booked between the Creeds and the Usos. Yeah, brother and brother. Who doesn't like two pairs of brothers going at it? I thought it was, and I appreciate the compliments there, Bobby.
We've also got Eric Bischoff gaining 48,000 fans, so he beat the both of us.
You might not want to get that you might want to stop that coasting.
I'm not coasting. I'm trying to stay level. I'm not trying to go too crazy if I don't have to. But he only gained $192,000. So he only has $101.8 million now.
Yeah.
Only 1.8. Hey, we've got the video, bro. Bobby Bunsen in the chat. Hello.
Spot 3. Perfect.
Yeah, House Spot 3. That'll be great for Io Sky.
Oh, yeah, and I got a few of those already cooking.
And I completed my commissioner goal, which got me to the moon.
Ooh.
And I did a Triple Threat Champ seasonal challenge, so I got an injury rehab 3. So I'm sitting on the top, 538, 53.81. Parrish is sitting at 52.55, and Eric Bischoff sitting at 52.34. So you got about a 20,000 fan lead over Eric Bischoff. I've got about 125.
About 100, just a little less than 130.
All right. And here we go. Parrish is booking in San Antonio, Texas. Yes, Bobby. Stay away from resetting any passwords tonight. I would greatly appreciate it. Speaking of which, Bobby, I need you to message me after the show because I need to do some. I need to get access to all the back-end stuff on Twitch.
Good old buttons. So yeah, right one world title shot. Sounds good. Let's do it.
Oh, The Rock's got nothing going on for the next couple of weeks until the pay-per-view, right?
I think a nice little 4-way might actually do the trick.
There you go. That would work too.
Mm-hmm. Nikita, who I'm not on first names with apparently. Hey Parrish, you've seen the work I've been putting in, but I know I can do more for the brand. Yeah, you injured somebody, Nikita. How dare you?
I've injured somebody, but I want a main event match.
Yeah. Sounds good simply because I don't have to do the 4-way title match in the main. Do not put The Rock in a match this week.
Well, that means you're not going to do that this week. I mean, you got 3 weeks, so it's not like you had to do it tonight.
Vito Champ, though, that's a big card to not get.
Well, The Rock's not on this week's show.
Well, let's just see how many of those I have. I have 2 of them.
Yeah. You can always use more of those.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw something in the chat because we have Bobby here. We have Astrid here. So I want to go ahead and find... It's in my history. There it is. Share, copy link. All right, now I am dropping in the YouTube chat, and if somebody in the chat and YouTube can go ahead and disperse this to the other places, I am dropping the link from today's Killer Cuts live special between Bobby Money Munson and Ashton Pizarro as they talked all about the horrors that have now been inflicted upon the horror movie Scream 7. And again, I would do it, but if I touch anything, Parrish can't book his show, and that's way more of a problem than not being able to promote the show that we had on YouTube today. We want to thank our friends on Facebook for jumping in and being around today. We greatly appreciate it as we try something new. And with everything new, we always like to make sure that people are having some fun. So thank you for checking us out. It is always greatly appreciated.
And the Bray Rock match has 3 weeks I have to do it in. So I can...
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, that's what I was saying today. I was saying, well, when you found out that you couldn't book The Rock today for the card, like, well, that's fine. You have 3 weeks, so it's not like it has to be tonight. Oh. But yes, definitely go ahead and check that out if you are a horror movie fan and want to hear the latest about what is going on with Scream 7 and the uproar that has come up in the last 24 hours about this poor movie.
Oh, yeah. Uproar? Good choice of words on that.
Uproar is the best word I can use. The horror show that is Scream 7.
No. Actually, let's just put that in for now.
Ooh, tag team championship match for the ladies. You gonna be like AEW and sign Ronda Rousey?
Don't give a damn about my bad reputation.
Mr. Mike, if you're still in the chat, let me know because I want to get your thoughts on. While it's a handshake deal at the moment, according to the dirt sheets, Mike the ref beating me to the punch. She isn't signed yet. She isn't signed yet.
Well, Eve Torres or Maurice are my options.
Oh, you're looking to use your Legend Whisperer card?
I want to get a better tag partner for Alexa Bliss.
Okay. And what do you need for that? What is the best option for that?
That's what I'm looking at right now. 3 out of 5. 4 out of 5.
Mike Doris says the show was in town.
Stretch.
She did a match. She did twice on the indies with her best friend. I agree. None of those statements I disagree with. I would just say I wouldn't be surprised if Tony tried to see if she could give him the kind of appeal that she gave WWE when she first signed.
She's only 30 grand. She's the cheapest option, and somehow she's the best on a promo.
The fact that Ronda Rousey is a 4 out of 5 on a promo is just beyond me.
I got to say, okay, at least Kevin Owens is a 5. I just had to.
No, Mike, I just wanted to see if I could irk you a little bit by bringing up the Ronda Rousey thing. No, I don't think she's going to be signed. I know my friend Tom Collahue has reported that Tony Khan is extremely interested in attempting to keep her. Mike the Ref says if TK signs her, she'll be perfect for Ring of Honor. No promos and just good wrestling. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't hate her in Ring of Honor. I just have a problem thinking that you're going to take a star with the star appeal of Ronda Rousey. And granted, it's positive and negative star appeal. And leave her on your Ring of Honor show. I mean, and also I just feel bad for Athena because if you put her there, it's only a matter of time before she takes that title from Athena. Hey, I've been against the Jade signing since the beginning, just so we're clear. You say, what's the other side doing with Jade? I agree. They're doing nothing with Jade right now. But you know what they're doing? The one thing they are doing is putting her in the ring and training her before she goes on television in a wrestling match. They're making sure she's trained. Bobby Tito says she could wrestle Athena at Ring of Honor Final Battle. I do agree. I think that is the match at Final Battle. I just feel like that the end of that storyline has to be Billy Starks taking that title off of Athena. And I think bringing Ronda Rousey in is detrimental to that story with Athena and Billy Starks. Mike the Ref saying, I'm predicting the WWE saw how Jade wrestled and quieted down a lot. Hope I am wrong. You know what? I think WWE knew how big of a deal she was, signed her and made a big deal about it, knowing they were going to have to put her through the ringer to go ahead and get her ready for what they consider to be a talent of her caliber wrestling on TV. Eric Bischoff hitting me with another double cost. The bastard, Eric Bischoff.
He does not like you.
He does not. Hey, my contract in NXT is up at the end of the week. Oh, how much are you going to want? 133. Can we do 93? Would 93 work?
Also, I'm going back to this comment. They saw how she wrestled well before. I know you're joking, but let's be honest. WWE does their homework on talent probably better than anybody.
But no, I definitely think that I agree with you, but I also agree with Mike that the constant push of Jade Cargill on television definitely quieted down once they got her in the ring doing reps with their people. They realized,
there was never a push, though. That's the thing. 2 appearances
I don't know.
Not a push.
It wasn't 2 appearances. It was 6.
Okay, well, a promo I'm not counting as an actual appearance. A promo is a promo. She did like what, a couple actual real.
She was heavily featured as a main woman signing on
Yeah.
WWE television for the
And-
better part of a month and a half.
And why did that have to be done right away? Because people nowadays can't wait.
No. I like the idea that they did the push, and I like the idea that they're taking their time with putting her in the ring because she needs time working with, ironically, Ricky Starks. Think about that one, AEW fans. WWE's brought in Ricky Starks to help her train because of how
She's
close
actually
they
working
are
with Corey Jade a lot. Or sorry, Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne Perez as
PC.
well. But she's been seen multiple times working with Ricky Starks as well at the Monster Factory.
Well, I mean, they're friends. I mean, you're not going to stop that. Like, you can't stop that. But
Well, Rick, ever since Cody's come to WWE, Ricky Starks has been seen in a lot more WWE shows than the
I think we all know Ricky Starks is leaving AEW. I think that's like the worst kept secret.
I don't think he is, and also I don't think he should. To be honest, I don't think Ricky Starks should leave AEW.
You don't think he doesn't have a better future in going through the NXT for a year and then coming onto the main roster?
No. I think if they put the time and effort into Ricky Starks like they were doing, I think he'll be just fine in AEW where he's at. I think if they push Ricky Starks, Mike's not right, but he's also not far off. I don't want to say he's Ricochet, but he's not far away from being Ricochet.
I say he's getting Dolph Ziggler on AEW right now, though. As soon as we get a little bit of one, they cut him back a little, and then when he's back up, because he worked his tail off to get back there, they just cut his legs out, and they don't give him that actual push. They don't finalize it.
Carl saying he's watching on Facebook, and I say, yay!
Yay!
All right, so Tiffany Stratton wants a couple weeks off. She's at a 23, so she is going to get that time off. So we're going to do some call-outs for a few weeks on that.
Imagine this, though. Imagine you're a dynamic duo in NXT is the man that everyone said stole from The Rock and The Rock's daughter.
I'd wait and see. I think as high as Triple H will be on Ricky Starks, and as high as obviously Cody Rhodes is on Ricky Starks, I don't think Ricky Starks needs to come to WWE.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Astrid. I dislike how it's been for Ricky and Daniel. I think they got the raw end of the deal lately. Based on the things that I've seen, I think they got the raw end of the deal. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be any better for them on WWE television. Because, yes, they can be stars in NXT, and they will be. They'll be big stars in NXT. But there's such a logjam right now on the main roster that it might not be a bad idea to stay in AEW and make some big money in AEW and then come to WWE when there's a little bit more space for you.
Yeah. Also, got to thank you, Carl, for the like on Facebook.
Yes, much appreciated. Ooh, this roster is okay. We need to do some stuff. All right, real steel that we need. Pre-match physio, we need that. All right, free agent list. Who do we got? We've got a whole bunch of people.
Also, I'm gonna put a little challenge to the chat because I want to have a little bit of fun tonight. After the stream does finish, let us know who you want us to raid. I'm gonna throw this to the chat side. If you want us to help out something specific, let us know.
Yeah, that'd be great. It's always fun to raid good new friends. So if there's somebody new,
Ed, you want this one? Your guys' thoughts on Matty Radkowski coming to WWE?
Parrish, I'm going to ask that you do it a little bit better than we did in the Slack chat. I don't know who she is. I've heard the name, but I have no idea where she's wrestled. I have no idea what she's done. And to be brutally honest with you, I don't think they need any more young female talent. I think at this point, I'd much rather them sign a more world-traveled veteran indie wrestler than sign a young star like a Maddie Rinkowski or somebody like that.
Hey, my chat was fine as long as you understood I was being sarcastic.
Yes, but your sarcasm comes and goes.
Hey, you can't tell that on text. That's why you gotta ask.
All right, we got Rey Mysterio versus Akira Tozawa because I'll be honest, I don't have the best of matches to throw out here.
Mike says she can be a star if they book her smartly, and I think that's a misconception. I think she can be a star if she's put in the right positions, but if she also does the most out of all the opportunities she's given. Because I think that's always a misconception at a lot of people that, if somebody fails, it's always booking. It's not. Sometimes it's poor execution on the talent. That does definitely come in. Sometimes they're just not able to make that bowl chicken salad out of chicken, you know what. But sometimes also the creative needs to be there for them as well. I do agree with that.
I would say I wish her the best. She's a student of Thunder Rosa and Jazz. That's great. I'm just saying, like, personally, I have no opinion on her because I don't know. All right, Billy Corgan didn't wreck her. Okay, so that means she worked in Ring of Honor. Not Ring of Honor, NWA.
I think she was one half of their women tag champs, if I'm not mistaken. Mike, can you can I get fact checked on that?
Bobby can probably tell us on that more than I wish we had Zach in the chat because Zach really. She is a former tag team champion. Mike says yes. Good job, Mike. All right, we are going to do the Charlotte Flair versus Ivy Nile match for the women's championship, and we are going to play one of our pre-match physios on Charlotte to not injure her because, you know, we don't like injuring our talent here on Raw, on NXT. Health Spa. I got a Health Spa 3. Let's hit Tiffany with a health. No.
Yeah, I believe she was an elevation, right?
She wrestled on AEW as both. Probably dark. Great Instagram follow. Seems fun and really creative. That's great. Like I said, my reasons for not wanting to sign her are more NXT has as Parrish would like to say, a plethora of great young women's talents. The one thing they're really lacking in NXT right now is a world-traveled veteran, the likes of a Blair Davenport. They need more Blair Davenports and less Maddie Rinkowskis. We need more world-traveled veteran indie wrestlers who can go ahead and solidify that division. Hello, OMD. Thank you for watching. We greatly appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, like I said, I don't not want to sign her because signing great young wrestlers is important. But at this point, I need more veteran wrestlers in the end. Yes, they have, but see, they don't have a problem in the men's division.
It's not like WWE let him go. They just did not want to stay there.
And by the way, I don't blame either side. I don't blame NXT for letting them go. I don't blame them for wanting to leave. But again, we're not.
If they wanted to let him go, they would have granted them a release, but they didn't. They wanted to keep him. They wanted to try to make it work, and it just happened not to.
And by the way, NXT also, unlike in the past, in showing a difference in management with Shawn Michaels and Triple H at the helm versus the Vince McMahon era, these guys were featured on television almost right up until their contracts were expired. Yeah. They weren't made to look like fools. They didn't win their matches, but they were able to go out there and showcase themselves so that anybody who saw that they're getting their release in October had the opportunity to see the kind of work that they can do. They were put out there and they did fantastic work, and NXT helped make them more money on the indies by going ahead and making sure that they were showcased on the way out, as opposed to being put in mothballs like they would have done in the past. But again, we don't need more world-traveled men's wrestlers. We have those. Honestly, I want more young men's wrestlers like a Matty Renkowski on the male side. And on the female side, I need to bring in more people like Carmelo Hayes, world-traveled indie wrestlers who can lead matches as opposed to having to be followed. No, we're not hiring back Dana Brooke. I said talented world-traveled wrestlers.
I'm not even going to highlight that message, Michael. Bad, Michael. Bad ref. Unsportsmanlike conduct of the referee, I tell you. But I mean, at the same time, why not just, ask Natty? We're gonna put you on NXT, help transition these girls. Somebody like Tamina, if they're willing and able, because obviously they have limited amount of time on the main roster still. Like, they're not going to be featured in many main event feuds.
I would love to bring Tamina down to the NXT level. I would love nothing more than to have not Dana Brooke and Eva Marie for the new tag. You know what, Mike? That's a great suggestion. AEW should absolutely do that, Mike. AEW could really use Dana Brooke and Eva Marie to help headline that women's division. I think it'll really put eyes on the product.
Hey, Ed.
Yo.
How's the show going?
I've been very distracted, but I think it's okay. I think I'm done. I know it's taken me a very long time.
I know. I figured we just get back. But that's what we like. We like to talk about stuff we care about.
We like to talk about wrestling with our chat. When we have an active chat and we have chatters going back and forth.
This chat's been phenomenal. Thank you guys for taking the time and spending it with us. We very, very much appreciate it. Despite the opinions, we're all having fun talking about what we care about.
We are all taking little pot shots at each other because Mike, Parrish, and I all know exactly what types of fans we all are. And we're taking little shots after having a nice discourse. Because at the end of the day, we're all friends having fun, having differing opinions. By the way, which is allowed. We're all allowed to have different opinions because that's the greatness of an opinion. It doesn't have to be shared by everybody.
Yeah.
Mike the ref, you started the getting the dander up. Don't mess with the champ. Rey Mysterio wins the match. Does not look to have won the title, but he won the match. So I'm guessing it's going to be a disqualification. But
yeah. Steiner didn't interfere.
Yeah, I wanted Steiner to interfere because I wanted the feud to go higher. But I didn't want to put Steiner in the show. But there we go. Okay promo, but it did nothing for the rivalry. That sucks. Tyler Bate versus Damian Priest. I had to have Tyler Bate on this show. So to get my commissioner goal, we got to. All right, we raised the rivalry up there. We got a 2.5. That's not bad. I'll take that. 3,500 fans from R-Truth. I'll take that. NXT Women's Championship match because Charlotte wanted it. Ivy Nile gets the win again. 3.5 stars. I'll take it. Big E calls out Elton Prince, and the rivalry grows. And then in a Hell in a Cell main event, Kerry Rush and Donna Matrix on their own, with their popularities in the 70s from the 10s. Here we go. Donna Matrix gets the win. 4.5 star Hell in a Cell match.
Mike, IWC really just stands for International Whining Company. How about that?
No, because see, that's the greatness. I don't care if people's opinions match mine. I don't want everybody to agree with me. I like to have a positive discourse where I can give my opinion. Somebody else can give their opinion. And once we find out that we're not going anywhere further, we just go, okay, cool. We agree to disagree, and we move on.
Speaking
like me and Jay White with everybody else.
You agree that he got disagreed at Full Gear. We understand that. But
I
talking about people that agree to disagree, Ludwig Kaiser and Gunther on Monday Night Raw tend to agree and disagree almost every week, but they are agreeing that they want to retain their tag titles against the Usos here. So let's see what happens.
Mike the Ref. Pretty self-centered if you think I was talking about you. Yeah, I am pretty self-centered. I have been told that on occasion. Ooh, the Usos, 5 stars.
Legend, wait for it. Barney Stinson's here. Jerry. Shawn Michaels. Use my legend whisper on the face of NXT now. The Heartbreak Kid. Getting me 5,000 fans. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it. And in my mid-card match, we got Seth freaking Rollins. Going to hopefully start up a little feud with Giovanni Vinci. So let's see what happens here. Seth Rollins gets the win. Mediocre match, but it starts a nice little rivalry. So it's going exactly to plan. Carolina Reaper getting me another 5,000 fans. Thank you so much.
Bam.
That's why you were brought to Raw. And then my mid-card match, we got a normal tag team match with the other set of tag titles here. Katana Chance and Kaden Carter are defending their championship against Alexa Bliss and her partner, Ronda Rousey.
Mm.
And we got new champions.
Bing,
in
bing,
a
bing.
great 3.5-star match with a rivalry to boot. I will take it. And the red flame coming
there
in.
I am on the show.
Another 4,000.
Look at that. Look, I gifted you 4,000 fans.
Yeah, but the others got me 5. Why are you like come on?
You're comparing me to Shawn Michaels. I mean,
Carolina Reaper got me 5,000 too.
Yeah. You know.
I mean, she's pretty. We get it. It's okay. It's okay.
Look at me and look at her and tell me whether or not more fans are going to watch one of us.
You got a cool mask.
I do have a cool mask. By the way, I have been scouring the internet looking for that in the event I need it.
I hope somebody actually makes that for you. That'd be terrific. And then our main event, because Nikita Lyons wanted a main event. She wanted to prove her worth. And after taking out Io Sky, she has been granted a championship match. So in a triple threat, it's going to be her, Rhea Ripley, and Becky Lynch in a false count anywhere triple threat match. Let's check it out. And Rhea Ripley, in a legendary match, becomes the new champion. That's a pretty solid curve if you don't.
Yeah, that's. I have a feeling I'm not going to be the number one show this week.
I'd be shocked if I made that rise.
3.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5, 2, 3.5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 4 for Eric Bischoff.
5, 2, 3.5, 5.
Oh, good tag chemistry, it looks like, between all those. Yeah. And solid. Yeah, obviously, solid tag chemistry there. By the way, I want to know. Oh, it's because it's stale. That's why. I was going to say performance 2 stars. I was like, excuse me?
I got to finish it.
Yeah. Oh, Jinder Mahal and Cody Rhodes out. Eric Bischoff's getting people injured just like Chris Parrish does. Bobby Bacchito, I'm looking forward to watching Alex Kane versus Matt Cardona at MLW One Shot. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see the Beaumaye Fight Club in any match, let alone fighting against Matt Cardona. Dawn the Matrix is perfect in Hell in the Cell matches. They got $31,000 for $154,000. Not the greatest, but again, I had double costs, so putting in those specialty matches definitely hurt me a little bit. But I'm closing in on 5,500 fans. Rhea Ripley is perfect for Falls Count Anywhere matches. Alexa Bliss and Ronda Rousey work really well together as a tag team. 58,000 fans. That's a 27,000 fan bonus on me. And you got $140,000.
That's another good week.
It's a great week for you. And Eric Bischoff gets 54,000 fans, so I'm definitely the loser of the week this week. But he got 200,000 this week to bring his total to just under $2 million. All right. I got a contract negotiation too.
Oh, man, these contract negotiations being handed out.
Yeah,
my veto champ.
And there we go. I am now just about 100,000 over you, just under 100,000 up.
Whew,
as we head
that is tight.
Well, it's 100,000 fans still.
Yeah, compared to where we started, though, that is getting tight.
Oh, Trish's contract is up again at the end of the week. That's unfortunate. 160,000. No. Thank you, Trish, but no. Oh, yeah, Lita wanted a title shot.
you got sidetracked and you forgot to do things.
It's fine. Major decrease. Oh, Charlotte Flair got a title rematch. That's important. That's on me. Yeah, that is on you, Charlotte. Did she want a title match? She did. Oh, whoopsies.
Also, OMD, if you're still there on the Facebook side, please make sure that you hit that like that little heart button if you do desire. Oh, you're getting the super kick one.
Yeah, I'm getting the harder they fall. Oh, the bigger they are. All right, free agents.
It's really rare that you got a tag team to buy.
Yeah,
only give you one.
When I saw that they were both there, I kind of had to do both. I had to buy them.
But no, I'm glad you can now start beefing up that tag division of yours.
Yeah. Well, now that they're healthy again, because they were all pretty hurt going into it, so I needed to give them some time. You ladies will do this. Hell in this. No, we're not going to run into Hell in the Cell. Run a steel cage. No, we'll not run a steel cage. Tables. That's fine. Fatal 4-way.
As OMD is saying, yes, he's here. Quite enjoying the show. We appreciate that.
Big time. MVP and
so I want to
John
just
Leffer.
give a shout out to everyone in the chat that if you want to find out what's on the docket this week, we will plan the calendar. But tomorrow night we do have Ring Respect Radio hosted by the Video Bros, Bobby Munson and Papa Smokes, as they will be doing one more edition of the WTF do we know about trivia, or what do we know about wrestling trivia? So you might want to check that as they kind of just do a little bit of a quiz show as Bobby asks Papa Smoke some questions, and the chat gets to play along as well, as we have Chris Best in the chat, who is the reigning Twitch champion, and you're looking at the reigning YouTube champion. So going to be a fun night tomorrow night, so make sure you want to check that out.
Absolutely. Luke Gallows calling out AJ Styles sounds a little fun. A little bit of Bullet Club on Bullet Club crime there. I think that'll be all right.
Well, don't you?
Don't you? All right, Tiffany's getting her last week of rest that she's expecting. Nobody else is expecting anything else.
Bobby Bonito's coming in saying Matt Cardona is tag team with Tom Lawler against Mr. Thomas and Alex Kane tomorrow on MLW Fusion.
Very nice.
Yeah, as
Bobby's asking us a question, it looks like. He's got a big question mark in the chat.
Batter is questioning what I said, but that's why I said, well, don't you? Speaking of which, Jimmy Uso's coming in. Hey, what amazing growth we've seen lately from Raw. I like to stay humble, but when I can. But do you have to admit you've seen some amazing growth with me as well, right? Well, I mean, Jimmy, just do one of these, man. Just one of these. Or say a good yeet. That might be in order.
Yeet. Oh.
Can't show favorites, man. That's not how we roll here, you know?
Treat us equally sounds like an excuse to me. Major decrease.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, Bobby says you said something about asking questions, so logically I used a question mark emoji. All right, well, Bobby's lost 1 point from the quiz show tomorrow, even though he's the moderator.
And King Carter saying, I'm not happy about losing my strap last week. As a former champion, enacting my rematch clause. I want a championship rematch against Alexa and Ronda. Nobody else better get a shot at the women's tag team championship before me. Trust me. Nobody will.
He doesn't have any plans for that women's tag team championships beyond you guys right now, so it's fine.
No, you don't know that.
We got Dan OMD in the chat saying yeet.
Mm-hmm. Now what do I want to do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a nice little world title match. Right there.
Oh, you're not even gonna do the 4-way that you talked about before.
No, because I was gonna do that last week, and then I realized I have 3 weeks to do this match.
Mm-hmm.
No. Well, we're just
Bobby Munson saying, I'm tired of being normal. It was the worst 2 minutes. I tried being normal. It was the worst 2 minutes of my life. Just remember, everybody, normal is a setting on a washer machine. That's all it is. It's overrated. Just a setting on a washer machine.
Okay. What do we...
Parrish, what's your excitement level for Survivor Series? And in the chat, go ahead and give us your excitement level for Survivor Series this Saturday.
You know what? I'm looking forward to it because I do think that we still are going to get a couple surprises, even though we all got the big Randy Orton spill on Raw, which I still don't believe when they say the only reason they did it was to prevent CM Punk thing. Chicago's going to chant CM Punk nonetheless, and I'm pretty sure the WWE knew that despite what we're going to get CM Punk stuff. I think they knew what they were doing. I think this was to enhance the excitement for Randy Orton, and I think it's going to be great to see Randy Orton back in the ring. I can't wait to see that. I'm looking forward to Zoe Stark. I think she's going to be I think she has a giant opportunity on her shoulders, and I really hope she takes full advantage of it. And it's going to be interesting to see the Women's War Games match, and I also hope that Gunther absolutely squashes The Miz like a bug.
OMD says he's quite excited for this weekend, and Chris Betts says normal scares me. You know what? I am excited. Now, I don't think the only reason they announced Randy Orton was the CM Punk thing, but I like the idea of doing it. I like the idea of being like, look, CM Punk's not the fifth man. It's Randy Orton. It's not going to be CM Punk. Because so many wrestling companies get accused of bait and switch sometimes for things that they don't even do. WWE has never once said that CM Punk is going to be on the show. So if fans are disappointed when CM Punk doesn't show up on Saturday, you know what? It's not WWE's fault. They never once told you that he was coming to the show. They didn't tell you that he was going to be on the show. So if he doesn't show up, that's on you, not on them. However, I am super excited for Randy Orton. I've been waiting for him to come back. He is fantastic. And I love the idea of him coming back on that team. And I can't wait for the moment where he RKOs somebody after that match on his own team.
I just think there's so many little interesting tidbits in that match, especially when you go back in history and find out that it was Jey Uso who was the guy that took out Randy Orton. You know, like it was him. It was the Usos after they beat RK Bro for the tag titles, but it was Jey Uso himself that did the damage to Randy Orton. And now they're tagging. So that's interesting. We have Shinsuke as Mike the Ref calling out Punk in his promos. I think
he's never once said CM Punk's name. I mean, I don't know. You can read into this what you want, but he's not said the name CM Punk.
I think a lot of people think Punk, but I may want to actually think he could be doing. There's a lot of speculation that WWE is trying to bring in Okada. And what about Hideo Itami?
I mean, Mike, Cody didn't say Randy's name, but he did say everything but Randy's name. The Apex Predator, the Viper, Legacy. Like, he said literally everything except Randy Orton. So it's not a bait and switch unless they don't have Randy Orton there. But I mean, he did tell us that it's Randy Orton without saying Randy Orton. Whereas CM Punk, the CM Punk to Shinsuke Nakamura is vague. I can see why. Go watch this program. Oh no! I see the terms. I agree with you that it could be CM Punk if they want it to be CM Punk. But they've not told you it's going to be CM Punk. And yeah, WWE has promoting the hell out of Randy Orton on their YouTube. I mean, WWE told you it was Randy Orton. The WWE specific Twitter account says Randy Orton was the fifth man. It was announced by WWE on their own social media. So, I mean, it's just a wait and see. Like I said, I'm excited for the show. I think it'll be great. It's going to be a fun time. I'm just not on board with Randy Orton, period. Not Randy. I'm not on board with CM Punk, period. I have zero desire to see Randy coming back. I'm sorry. I got zero desire to see Punk come back. I have all the desire to see Randy Orton come back.
I mean, it's true, but also all these things might just point you to one, but what's the best way of storytelling? Is just when you think you know the finish, you get a completely different story untold. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I think that's going to be, and I'm putting this out there. I think the intrigue of who Shinsuke is really talking about is a lot more interesting than the huge announcement that we all knew who it was from Tony Khan.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious of what people think.
I don't know. No, you know what? No. Even as a non-real AEW fan, the idea that you're bringing in one of the best wrestlers in the world in Will Ospreay, it's a big announcement. It's a big deal, and you should tout the hell out of it.
It is, but I think you would have had more had you announced it was him than the announcement, because I think just the open-endedness of it made it seem like people can go in so many more directions with it. Whereas if it was Ospreay, now it's a oh my god moment.
I mean, I guess I see what you're saying. I agree, but at the same time, I don't. Tony Khan was in the right this time. It was one of the biggest wrestlers in the world. It was a very big deal for his promotion, and I am ultra excited to see what Will Ospreay is able to do in the United States in a company like AEW.
Yeah. But in WWE 2K3 on WrestleDraft, we have a rematch of Ken Chance and Kaden Carter going up against Ronda Rousey and Alexa Bliss. The only reason is I'm hoping this goes up 2 levels.
There you go.
So we have this, and let's see what happens for the tag team titles. And the champions retain their titles in a great 3.5-star match. Only goes up 1 level. That's unfortunate. We got the Red Flame giving him a thing. There you go. See that 5,000. That's all I ask. And thank you for delivering. Much appreciated. And then in another match, we got a rematch. Giovanni Vinci with Seth freaking Rollins. Let's see. Seth Rollins once again picks up the rivalry. Disappointed when it goes to a level 2. Shawn Michaels coming in. Getting me the 4,000 this time. See, now I'm on Shawn Michaels' case about dropping the ball. Maybe he lost a smile again. I don't know. But he has some explaining to do.
You know what? That people rag on it, but that I lost my smile promo, it's still good, man. Still a good
It's Shawn
promo.
Michaels.
I was there live, man.
And in a match to bring up the fans, we got a United States Championship match with Ilya Dragunov defending his U.S. title with the man with the Gavorka, with everyone saying L.A. Knight. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Ilya coming out on top in a great 3.5-star match, bringing that rivalry up to a level 3. Love to see it. Carolina Reaper coming in, 4,000. See, now the Carolina Reaper. See, what you didn't do last week is what the other two did last week and failed to do this week. So it is what it is. And then in the main event, in a Hell in a Cell match, we have The Rock defending that championship against the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt. But there's a little run-in coming from Finn Balor. Let's see what happens. We have a new world champion in
Bray
a
Wyatt.
classic match, 4.5-star match. Bray Wyatt defeats The Rock.
Not bad.
Finn Balor, who looking like he's going for the title now.
He ensured, as I think more wrestlers should do, when a guy you're wrestling against is going for a championship, you should help them win the championship as opposed to lose it, so that now you could be in line for the championship.
But now I've just made that 4-way something that people want to see next week.
You have indeed. No injuries. Rivalry complete here. Level 4 rivalry between Bate and Priest. MVP and Herman got level 1. Level 4 there. Level 4 there. 3 there. Nothing there, unfortunately. Level 2 there. All right. MVP is a great feel for steel cage matches. Good to know. Good to know.
Oh, there you go. Big 43,000.
Put a couple specialty matches on this week's show to get that number up a little bit. And Parrish got 44. So this at least I'm keeping pace this week at least. There we go. Dewdrops apparently. Yeah.
Very happy.
46,000
3 out of 3 so far.
Yeah. Bishop is now over the $2 million mark. Parrish got a free arena booking.
Nice.
I got a free advertising booking. And here we go. I'm back to being a little over 100,000 as opposed to being a little under. And you're increasing your lead just a little bit on that bastard Eric Bischoff. We head into week 4, the 4th and final week of this show for tonight. Week 14 of the season. And this Parrish going first.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt is appreciating the title shot. It's good to know I got a boss that keeps his word. And that's because this is true. Feels great to be champion. This makes me the face of Raw. He's glad he joined Raw. And Kaden Carter is happy for the title rematch, so she's happy now. I'm a little disappointed, but that's on me. Held up your part, though. It didn't follow through. I appreciate you keeping your word, though. A reputation. Keeping my word here. You know?
Very good job.
So that's what matters.
Oh, do not book your most popular bruiser this week.
Yeah, that's what I got to check to see about my roster. My most popular bruiser.
Bray Wyatt.
That is fun. That is fun because I can get Finn Balor cutting a little promo on him, so it's good. I can keep that going. So that is okay.
You got some angry faces on that roster too, if you don't notice.
Yeah, whatever. Settle it in the ring. All right.
We got Bobby Stats jumping in saying you guys are beating Eric Bischoff. We are indeed. He's hitting me with every double cost he has in his book, but I'm still kind of hanging my own right now, so doing the best I can.
I'm gonna do. You know what? I'm going to leave that out. because you did such a great job.
There we go. Bam! Back out there for more charity.
I
I have a bad feeling I'm not going to get 5,000 again tonight. I'm just saying.
All right. Got that.
25 stamina for Jimmy Uso there.
That's okay.
That's okay. It's not a problem.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Hey, Io will be back next week.
That's right. See, no,
I think.
it's like you didn't even notice she was gone.
Is she back now, or is she still out?
No. One more week. One more week. Yeah. And look at that, perfect for the PLE.
You act like it was planned.
It was actually.
Totally.
Because I have a lot of injury things. I was just going to do it anyway. But this time I don't have to. It's nice.
I am excited to eat many, many pounds of turkey tomorrow. Parrish, I know you guys. I was just going to say, I think we're going to ask each other the same question. What is your favorite Thanksgiving food? That's what I was about to ask you. I know you guys did Thanksgiving a month ago.
You know, when you do it right, nothing beats nice buttered mashed potatoes. Just want to point that out there. Like, you just can't beat, especially if it's garlic mashed potatoes. Like, there's
no garlic.
When done right, they're amazing.
No need for garlic. No need for garlic. Don't ruin something good with garlic.
Hey, just because some of us have adult tastes, you don't have to get hot. No,
cheesy mashed potatoes.
Man, you Americans and the calories. Come on.
And you make the mashed potatoes with chicken broth as opposed to water.
I mean,
can make them sing.
But
no sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, Chris.
Hey, I have both. I'm
not a yam guy. I'm just not a yam guy. Mike is saying I do Yanksgiving tomorrow, only as an excuse to watch football. Well, there you go. You have 3 games tomorrow.
It's going to be nice to just watch some football tomorrow.
As a New England Patriots fan, football season is not happening in New England this year. We decided to take the year off. So you guys can all enjoy your football seasons while New England has no season. So we have no wins and we have no losses. We are not participating. I knew something was wrong with you. I'm from Boston. Did you not expect me to be a New England Patriots fan?
If you want some subtle details, Mike is a Buffalo Bills fan.
I'm well aware of the awful team that Mike supports. Mike supports the same awful team that supports Ella J and Mr. Jose on the air. By the way, whom I love, Jose on the air.
Which is funny because OMD is a Dolphins fan, so we almost got the whole division here.
Yeah, well, we do have the whole division. There's there are no Jets fans, so we don't have to worry about that. Dan OMD says we typically skip turkey now, as both my brother-in-law and my brother, my birthday fall on Thanksgiving weekend. So we do ribs, but yes, regular mashed potatoes with garlic or garlic butter are amazing. He says, and then he says the important football game, the weekend goes off Friday at 3 when Miami plays on Friday.
Yeah, I think Friday is like an off day. Like, isn't Friday like? I mean,
I'm working.
Americans kind of like.
I
if we
work
have a
on
holiday
Friday.
here. It's like the rest of the week.
No, it's not. People. So here's the thing: people assume that like everybody has Friday off too. I only have Thursday off. I work. I am the only person in my entire department working Friday. I am doing the job of 4 people on Friday afternoon. I took Black Friday off as it's a racist holiday. Oh, that's a joke I expect from Parrish. Come on, Mike. You can do better than that. But do make sure that you go ahead and support the consumerism of America and other countries by going ahead and getting the best deal you can on shit you don't need on Friday. As Parrish is booking the end of his show so that I can go and book my show before I have to go and help do some last-minute setup for Thanksgiving morning tomorrow as we get ready to prep. We've got our turkey ready to go. We don't cook it in the oven, actually. We have our own roasting pan. It's something that goes on our countertop. And it does the job in just a few hours as opposed to the many, many hours that it takes in the oven. So I'm very excited for that. We got some stuffing, olives. We got King's Hawaiian rolls this year as opposed to Grand's biscuits. We got King's Hawaiian rolls. So that's going to be fun. Bobby Pacheco says MJF is wrestling against Samoa Joe at AEW World's End for the AEW Championship. Very, very nice.
Interesting.
That'll be a great match. Mike DeRess says, I find Americans treat Thanksgiving as a more important holiday than Christmas. That is correct, sir. Because Thanksgiving is at the end of it all, it's a terrible holiday. So of course, Americans find it vastly more important than a religious holiday like Christmas.
Just gonna check my season goals before I hit OK here.
8 Hell in the Cells. That's why you've been booking those Hell in the Cells.
Oh yeah.
Resolve 5 rivalries with a title match. All right.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Oh yeah.
What do I get out of that?
Forged in Fire, the Hell in the Cell bonus card. You can do 2 Hell in the Cells on this show to get it so you can book it on the pay-per-view. Wait, so you're putting the tables match in the opener and you're putting the Hell in the Cell in the mid card?
I have cards on the opener and the main event.
Oh, and the tables match in the brawl? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, just making sure. Tyler Bates' contract is up with NXT at the end of the week. Well, that can't happen. Yeah, sure, I'll keep you. Is 54 okay, though? Because I really don't want to pay you 78. I thought we agreed I wouldn't fight Big E next. Well, I mean, I gave you like 6 weeks off. Fuck you, Elton Prince. All right, things aren't working out at NXT. Liv Morgan's ready to tear up her contract and move on. That means you're probably leaving, Liv, because I'm not giving you $100,000. All right, well, Liv's gone. That's unfortunate. But I got some money, so yay. I don't think she was in any rivalries, was she? Well, if she was, they're not going to be here anymore anyways. So, all right. Let's see. All right. Do I have anybody really unhappy now that I just lost a superstar? No, I have some people who aren't thrilled, but they're not unhappy. Got a bunch of green smiley faces, which is good. All right. All right, here we go. Big arena, all the big stuff.
So if he's still on by the time we're done, we're gonna raid a good friend Quest for Jewels.
There we go. We're going to give Charlotte a help. All right. I need healthy superstars for the pay-per-view. So I need to get some people higher.
Can you take me higher?
No, I cannot. Limited stock. Interesting.
Ooh. No soup for you.
Okay. Who is my least popular available star? Luke Gallows. All right, cool. All right.
Poor Festus.
Well, here's what it is. I can get the Miz and Ciampa. They're in matching gear. That means they're a tag team, right?
Huh. The tag team nobody wanted.
Yeah, it wasn't great. All right, we are going to do a normal match. There, that's fine. You triple threat against John the Fisherman and Luke Gallows for the world title. Call out. Ivy Nile calling out Charlotte Flair. Call out Big E and Elton Prince. Call out Tiffany Stratton and Bayley. Matches.
Do you think Donna Matrix would look good in Judgment Day colors?
Probably.
Like her Damien is the same tailor.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what Rhea Ripley is. So
yes, but she's not any brands.
all right, we'll just do that match.
I'm already trying to find. I don't know who else I want to keep.
Oh, for the end of the season?
Oh yeah, I'm already thinking that. I know, obviously I'm keeping Rhea and The Rock. I mean, that's just a staple of duh. But
let's do a big fatal 4-way for the women's titles between Lita, Cora Jade, Shayna Baszler, and Roxanne Perez. Oh, yeah, that's fine. As long as the other feud works, wouldn't that be fine? Fine. I'll do another babyface. No, Cora Jade's already in the match. All right, I'll go get another babyface.
get Raquel.
No, Raquel is a permanent 116, and I really don't want to spend 116 on Raquel.
Hey, I'm not saying I'm giving you good advice here.
Steel cage fatal 4-way between Cora, Lita, Shayna, and Nikki. Here we go. And in the opener, AJ Styles versus Carl Anderson.
Carl.
Yeah, Carl Anderson. All right. Yeah, that should be good enough.
Yeah, he has that hot Asian wife that you guys referred to on Take in over last year, right?
Well, I mean, that's how he refers to her. So, I mean, I'm not going to disagree with the man. I think he knows what's going on. I think he knows best. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and get done here. And thank you all for joining us tonight. We greatly appreciate it. The 11 of you watching and those who watched before and fallen off, we greatly appreciate you.
Yep.
All right, Steel Cage Fatal 4-Way.
5 people, so it looks like Facebook has been doing some good numbers.
There you go. Cora Jade wins the big Fatal 4-Way Steel Cage match. 3.5 stars. I'll take it. Jade and Lita goes up to a level 2 rivalry right away. So there we go. Ivy Nile. Doesn't do anything for the rivalry. Bobby Petito doing his best Damian Sandow. You're welcome. We got John the Fisherman versus Luke Gallows versus Tyler Bate with an MVP run-in to up the John the Fisherman feud. Tyler Bate gets a win in a 2.5-star match, and it increases the MVP versus Herman feud. I like it. Rivalry grows between Big E and Elton Prince, which is nice. We got AJ Styles versus Carl Anderson.
I feel John the Fish Herman and Mr. Tyler Bate would form a good tag team. They could get a good fisherman pun, the fisherman, the bait,
Fisherman Bate, yeah. Tiffany Stratton grows that rivalry to a level 3.
They can be called fisherman friends. Come on.
Rey Mysterio versus Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner gets the big win. 3 stars. I'll take it. Grows to level 4. All right. It was a down show for me, but you know what? I've had to play this set of shows very low key because I went a bit too hard all day, all night at the last pay-per-view.
And shout out to FTR, aka the Revival, who got ranked number 1 in the PWI tag team list. Yeah, I caught what you were doing there. In my opener, I got Seth freaking Rollins against Giovanni Vinci in a 1-on-1s table match. So hopefully
let's hope it's better than 2 stars. All right, 4 stars. There you go.
Amazing. Goes to level 3. Solid.
You can blow it off at the pay-per-view. Oh, 4,000. Almost. Almost.
Well, you did say you weren't sure. You did say you weren't sure.
I don't know.
You maybe
at least I got you 4. I got you 4. It's pretty good.
Flame's cooling down a little bit, man. So we got Jimmy Uso against Gunther here. We have Gunther coming out on top, in a great little match. 3.5 stars.
No injuries, which is key.
And nothing on the rival.
3 for Sean.
Yeah, he has definitely lost a smile. Might have to put him in a match.
Right.
And we got a hell of a cell between Caden Carter, Alexa Bliss, Katana Chance, Ronda Rousey. I just figure after all these tag matches, they just want to blow off some steam. So you know what? I'll let it. Let these women just beat the crap out of each other.
No.
Katana Chance pulls out the win in a nice little great round.
Oh, Caden Carter hurt 2 weeks.
All right. Chance
Hopefully
and Rousey.
You got a card for that.
Oh, I have a lot of cards. That's why I didn't use one on you, because I saw what I had coming up. Got The Rock. Boom, 5,000.
There you go.
That when you want to be the face of Monday Night Raw again and you're upset about losing your championship, that's what you do. That is how you respond. So, Dwayne, much appreciated, my friend. In the main event, we have a rematch of Ilya Dragunov and the man who is challenging for the championship, and that's not an insult. That's a fact of life. Yeah, L.A. Knight in a 1-on-1 backstage brawl. And we have Ilya coming out in a legendary match. So my curve stays. So that was a good call by this guy. So yeah, and that grows to a level 4.
There you go.
Well,
and we got Eric Bischoff's show there. All right. 3.5, 4 for all of us on the opening. Like I said, I had a bit of a down show, but it's all right. It's all right. Nobody got hurt, which is key. And I'm ready for my pay-per-view. Cora Jade is a great steal for steel cage matches. Good to know. 27,000 fans. That's not so good.
That hurts.
Yeah. I didn't even get to my 5-5 this week. I was hoping I'd get to 5-5 this week, but did not happen. A phenomenal show, Rob. You don't have the phenomenal one. You can't have a phenomenal show.
No. Our show's just a phenomenal one. We make AJ Styles look like the Miz. That's what we do. We make phenomenal look just awesome.
All right. Well, I do get a limited stock. Ooh, but you got the network special.
Oh. Can you feel it there? Yeah. Cool.
Triple H handing you some power cards again.
And I got my Hell in a Cell bonus because I kept that alive. I completed that one.
Oh, and I'm only 60,000 fans ahead now. That was a rough show for me. Hopefully.
Yeah. Are you admitting that it's tight now?
It's getting tighter.
Yeah,
it's under 100,000 now, which is it's tighter than it was. But let's go ahead and get me through my emails before we go ahead and call it a night. Roxanne Perez says that her contract's up at the end of the week. Oh, but she's not even giving me a chance to resign her. She's just leaving. That's fine. Scott Steiner says his contract's up at the end of the week. It's fine. Bye, Scott. 190,000. Nope, not happening. Elton Prince, NXT's working. Oh, come on. Just work the pay-per-view. Just work the pay-per-view. Fine. I'll give you the money.
Ooh.
I'll give you the money. I cannot have him.
He wants the
leave
money,
this
and
week.
you go, yes,
I cannot have him.
boys.
I have him in 2 feuds, both of which I can blow off at this show. I need him for at least this show. I could not risk it. I'm going to be honest, I'm getting a little underappreciated around here lately. It's been one of the top stars in NXT for a while. I get no recognition. And what do you want, Cora? What do you want? Come on, talk to me. You want 50K? Fine, I'll give you 50K. There we go. Major increase. That's what I like to see. All right.
At least you don't have any cards on you.
I know. I don't have any cards on me this week, which is nice. But that's going to do it for us this week. So, Parrish, where can the good people find you on the socials this week?
Well, you can find me on all the socials that you see right on your screen once we get that nice little thing changes. I got it right here. Yeah. So yeah, you can find me on the X, you can find me on the Twitch, you can find me on the Threads, you can find me on Kick, the YouTube, and on that nice little Instagram. You can find me visually this Friday, coming Friday with the men above me right now at Fry's as we preview Survivor Series War Games. In fact, we paper preview Survivor Series War Games. Same time, what, 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock your time, 10 o'clock my time.
Well, yeah, there you go. 10 o'clock Eastern time, 8 o'clock Mountain. Yeah, come check that out. And then you will be able to see me live on my Twitch and probably my YouTube and Facebook, as well as I do a live watch along to Survivor Series War Games on Saturday. We will be rating to our local establishment for this guy who's hosting paper reviews. So make sure you show us the support because it goes right back to Ed. And then on Sunday, busting out, Bobby Munson and myself come back for it. So yeah, that's where you can see me for the rest of this week. Yeah,
you got 4 straight days of shows with paper reviews, the watch along, busting out, Raw watch along, and then you take a night off on Tuesday, and you're back with me next Wednesday.
Yeah.
He's a busy man, Mr. Perry. You can find me on the X at EdFries12584. You can find me on the Twitch at twitch.tv/EdFries2002, where I simulcast almost all the stuff that I do, except when Parrish doesn't go ahead and put it on for this show. You can also find me every Tuesday night on Taking Over as me and Astrid go ahead and host Taking Over right after NXT ends. We talk all things NXT, and I'm going to go ahead and break some news. We have locked in our deadline guests. And I was going to say guests, but it's only a guest because doing double duty for the pre-show and the post-show, Jose on the air will be joining both Ashton and I as we go ahead and talk all things deadline as we approach the deadline there. So that'll be fun. We are going to go ahead and have, like Parrish said, paper previews this weekend on the Friday night. And then on the Saturday, I will be potentially a one-man band. Baby. But I do see OMD's comment in here that I should be available for paper reviews. Well, that's fine. If you want to go ahead and join me, that'll be fine. But like I said, I am right now the one-man band. I am Heath Slater extraordinaire, going ahead and going on a solo to talk about my thoughts after the show on Survivor Series. But with this man, Chris Parrish, I am Old Ed Fries.
Well,
then Chris.
first,
we got Chris Best and OMD both saying that they'll be free.
But first, I told the people we're going to play the calendar, so we got to play the calendar.
Oh, play the calendar. Yeah, let's play the calendar.
But we will be playing the calendar, then our outro. So, Ed, if you still want to do your
I am
Old Ed just letting the people know you're going to get
Chris Parrish. I'm Old Ed Fries. This is Chris Parrish, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
You got me.